record and get to Taeyeon. I also want to just, you know what, I'll add it whenever I get there, never mind. Tonight's team call, we're gonna be sharing some recognition, one quick announcement, and then I just wanna get into the heart of, obviously we're 5 days into February, so with 23 days left, we have a short month. Welcome, Emily. I just got started on the call, so I'm just about to open up into going over our vision for the team, recognition and announcement. So just for now, if you can make sure to have your line muted. And yeah, I can see your beautiful face. Okay, perfect. All right, so I realized I completely forgot to do this last time, so my bad, learning as we go here. But as I mentioned from our first call, my intent is definitely to really open up the call with the vision of our team. And so just to make sure that that is instilled, because you hear me talking about it often, I'm sure. And so I want to make sure it's reiterated over and over and over again, so we know what this elite team is pushing towards this year. But as you guys know, that the vision for this team that I see is being families on a mission, living each day with faithfulness, devotion, and passion, so that we can lift each other up in fitness, leadership, and life. Whatever the niche may be for you, that might be tweaked and a little different, but overall, I love the fact that we can really build and grow together as a solid team, as a family, and really help each other grow here. So with that said, I want to jump right into recognition. Alexa has been rocking, being part of the apprentice group, sharing the daily polls in the evenings. Making sure that she's been, you know, staying on track with that has been incredible. Being consistent is the hardest thing, even if it comes down to one little post on a daily basis. It's like, crap, did I remember to do that? I also wanted to recognize Kate for opening up her free group. Absolutely amazing. Just I think within 24 hours, the level of engagement has been absolutely incredible. So awesome job there. I know Emily also opened up her free group. So I just thought that was absolutely amazing. Did either of you guys get a chance to either listen live or listen to the recording yet for the Dare to Dream call? Not yet? Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you got to listen. Okay, awesome. What's funny is Melissa's picture is a thumbs up. All right, Melissa, can you hear me? I think, because I know you were having trouble earlier today. So I guess type in the box or something, or give me a shout out if you can hear me. Oh, I think I hear you. All right, you just muted yourself. So, okay, and welcome, Savannah. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you as well, just to make sure that, why isn't it letting me mute you? That's weird. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. All right, so just wanted to make those recognitions. I wanted to make sure to share that because you guys are all taking those steps. If you haven't gotten to listen to the Dare to Dream call that I shared about free groups, I understand that some of those questions might pop up today. I will just be sure to do the best I can to make the most out of the answers to the questions that you have. So that, Savannah, make sure to mute your line, babe. Oh, there we go. I muted you, so you're good. So that if there's questions that you asked that may have been answered from that call today, I may just give you like a, hey, go check out that call, so that we can make sure to answer some questions that may not have been from that, so we can make the most of the time tonight. And then the announcement that I wanted to share, if you haven't seen already, challenge packs are on sale this month. So anything $160 or more is $10 off, which is a massive bonus to help us this month for February. Even that little $10 can go a long way. I never lead with that, but it definitely is something that can just add some excitement and some energy and fuel to someone who is looking to take on the investment and be added to your group, and for you to be able to help along the way. So with all of that to say, the one other announcement I wanted to share with you guys is going forward, I'm making sure to, we went to a leadership class that we've been going to for the past couple of weeks at our church, that have been heavily on understanding leadership, your role as a leader, how to pass on the baton as a leader. It's a lot about the church, but it also obviously leadership helps in any area of life. Something that I took away very heavily last week was the definition really of leadership and that being how important it is to empower and equip others. And as the more and more we went over it, the more and more we realized, like, okay, well, as a leader or someone that's working towards being a leader, the more questions you ask, the better, because when you ask more questions, that means you're working towards working on solutions. And then on top of that, some of the calls that I've been doing, I know we've been doing a lot of one-on-one calls, which have been absolutely amazing. I think they're really helping everybody. Maybe it's as little as what to post or how to invite, or working with free groups, whatever it might be. Or even just digging into your why. Because I know, like with Emily, we just got done with her Getting Started Right call. So what I wanted to just let you know going forward, so that you understand the structure, I'm also going to make this a file. I didn't want to upload it until after sharing it with you over the call. But what I'm going to start doing is, and this is something I'm sharing with you so that you can also consider to do this trickle domino effect. As I spoke with Emily on our Getting Started Right call, and Melissa recently, how important it is to duplicate, because without duplication, network marketing becomes just any other job, and you're overly consumed and, blowing out fires and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to be doing to be more intentional and to make sure that we're focused and really growing together as a team is, so for starters, anyone that starts as a coach, as you know, with the Getting Started Right call, only happens when the first week, so days 1 through 5, with the Dare to Dream training take place. After that Getting Started Right call, every call thereafter will take place as you continue each next week in Dare to Dream training. And that way, again, you're holding yourself accountable, and that ownership and learning as you go, and those calls will be intentional. From that point forward, once you've finished up all 4 weeks of Dare to Dream training, at any point that one-on-one calls need to happen, it will be required to be in Success Club. So that way we can really talk about, like, hey, what issues do you have, or what are you looking for? And these calls aren't required. It's just a matter of one of my uplines is Jody Lynn Carter, and that's exactly the standard that she lays out for her team. And the reason being is that at any point, if you're looking to be on a call with me, it's because you've been working really hard and you're looking to grow and take on to the next level. If you have questions and you haven't hit Success Club yet, then go to Dare to Dream. Go to Team Foam so that we can grow together. Because again, I really want to make this about family and about us all coming forth with overcoming issues, just like we do in our health and fitness journey in our challenge group when we're trying to find some recipe that's going to satisfy a craving. I know Melissa was trying to do that a couple of days ago, all kinds of things like that. So it's just the same mentality, just when it comes to inviting, because we all struggle with that. So I just wanted to lay that out there. And again, I will make this very detailed in the file section in our group so that it makes a little bit more sense if any of that was confusing. But now that I've taken up 10 minutes, I want to take up the rest of the 30 minutes that we have together and really just open up the floor. So as you know, we're 5 days into February. A lot of you have just started out. Some of you have been here for some time, and you've been going through the ups and downs and struggles and trying to find what works for you, just as I have. So I really just wanted to take this time to just hear you out and find out what kind of questions you're having, what kind of struggles that you're working to overcome, anything, wherever you're at. So the floor is open. So anybody that wants to open up the floor and ask some questions, I am here. Don't be quiet on me now, guys.
So what strategies are you finding to be most effective in getting people from your free groups over to a challenge group without making it seem like, there's a cat always, without making it seem like that was the reason that you had them in the free group? Like, what's a natural way to get them, if your whole group isn't necessarily all fitness all the time, to get them to that point?
Great question. So again, this is going to be something that you can listen to with that call that I did earlier today. So the faster you listen to that, the better. But honestly, like I'm at a point now. Now, I didn't always start like this. I started off with about 10 friend requests a day, and I built that up to now I'm doing about 50 friend requests a day, which only takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe more closer to 20 minutes. But the reason I share that with you is because I'm not worried about making somebody feel like I didn't put them in the free group for that reason, because every day as I'm sharing, because I've noticed that you, wait, maybe this wasn't you. Was this Alexa? I'm trying to remember who it was. Or maybe it was Emily that shared like the plank challenge that you did today. Sorry, I'm like, y'all have been adding me to all your free groups. I'm like trying so hard to like remember everybody's stuff. But basically this is it, is like I'm constantly iterating my mission statement and my vision statement for life and my intentionality behind them. And so like for example, have you seen like my fitness challenges that I do? Okay. Most of the time I'm being very intentional to let them know, like when I open it up, what this group is about. When I close it out, it's, hey, if you're needing more out of this, I want to help you more. My intent is not to keep them there. And I'm not ashamed of saying that, because I know if you just want free stuff, by all means, stay here. But my intention is for you to grow. And again, from that leadership standpoint of what I had shared before, is to empower and equip. So the more boldly and courageous I am about that, the more that they're going to feed and fuel off of that. So does that make sense? Does that help answer your question? Okay. And I also had shared a mission and vision statement document. It's also in Team Foam for building your actually creating your mission statement, which kind of directly correlates to your niche market and who you are. So that to me is what's helped dramatically, as you've seen throughout all of this. So you'll find that to be helpful as you continue to grow. So when you have some time to look over that module, let me know how that works out for you and see if that helps you to kind of establish a little bit more of a direction and path of like who it is that you're specifically looking for. But great question. All right, who else? No question's a dumb question, guys. You're only going to grow if you ask. Melissa, is that you? You have a question? I'm going to unmute you because I think you were raising your hand. Why is it?
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
I'm trying to do the free challenge group, but I'm not really sure if they have to get our product, or we can do it like for free, like not commitment yet.
So you're asking the difference between a free group and like what I call like my VIP group? Okay, great question. So with the free group, there's no commitment required. Okay. With the VIP group, this is how I run mine. Again, this is everybody's business. You run it as you see fit, but this is the difference here. If I'm going to add somebody in that didn't invest in themselves into a group where everybody else did, there's one of two negative things happening there. They're not going to get any added value. They're not going to feel a part of it because everybody else is doing something that they don't have access to. And two, it doesn't add value to anybody really, right? Like you're just allowing that it's almost like they turn into outliers, which is going to grow and grow and grow. And then you're going to literally let anyone and everyone in this, and it's going to flow into something that you're not intended to do. So I always keep those two groups separate. And again, also when it comes to the free group versus a paid group, there's different content in there. Like I'm giving much more of my time into a VIP group because these are people that invested in themselves and that have invested in me as their coach to walk through with them. So like a free group, they don't get one-on-ones from me, and they don't get these photo challenges. They don't get these polls at the end of the night. If you've seen my groups, there's definitely a huge difference. I spend a whopping 5 minutes in my entire day in my free group. That's it, because I'm just showing up every day. They're going to get my time when they want to give more of their time to them and invest in themselves. So does that help to answer your question, Melissa? Yeah? Okay. All right, perfect. All right, batter it up. Who's next? And if you have more questions than you've already asked, it's completely okay.
So how are you letting the people in your free group know that there's more that they can be getting, or without making them feel like, because they get in your free group, there is a lot of good content there. So how are you saying, if you want even more of this, without suggesting like this isn't the best, or But there's a
Perfect. Great. Yeah. No, I follow what you're asking. So, and that's a great question. So basically, like, what I'm doing is, have you had a chance to look at the scripts that I've put together? Okay. So the moment I add someone to my free group, we are strangers. We've never met. We don't know each other whatsoever, other than a thumbnail picture or maybe a cover photo, or maybe I stalked them for a whopping 23 seconds on their Facebook page. And that's about it. And so because I'm not spending time on that, like there's no point in me. All I'm doing is like, I'm checking to see, are they in a relationship? Are they married? And are they either pregnant or do they have a family to get started? Because now, that's now turned into my niche, right? So that's what I'm looking for. For someone like yourself, like I know that you've been kind of looking towards that like busy worker. You may even be looking for, hey, other ladies who are single, who want to better themselves, so that whatever it is that in life that we're looking to get, then this is where we're going with this, you know? Or to be the crazy cat lady, like, I don't know, whatever that might be. Hey, that's okay. I love that. Own it. But no, but so whenever I ask them if they want to join my free group, I immediately, after they've said yes, will ask them what value can I add to them in the free group that would benefit their health and fitness goals. The main reason I'm asking that is, of course, I want to add value to their life in the free group, but I know my intention is, my time span is about a week to 2 weeks, depending obviously on how they respond to these messages, is to get them transferred. I don't want them just hanging out in that group for very long. Okay, so I'm adding value, I'm showing up in there, but at the same time, I'm private messaging with them to find out what their needs are. And so it's whatever, I mean, it literally is so random at like what they respond back with. It could be fitness, it could be motivation, it could be they need new, recipe plans and ideas, meal planning, quick and grab and go, blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I just keep asking questions and digging into their life and just finding out like, what's your routine like? What kind of foods do you like? Or what fitness regimen are you doing right now? Or can you give me a day in the life of like what an average day is like for you when it comes to your food? I'm asking all those things so I can build up what like Darren Hardy will call like a presentation. So I can form myself to ask them about if they're ready to take on the next step based on the information they provided. Does that help? Okay, so a lot of my forming is done privately. And then in the group, I'm just sharing value. Like that's really just the main parts of it. Like I'm not even looking for right now in my season of doing this free group, I'm not looking for heavy content. I'm just wanting to show up so they get notifications from me. And I know that what I'm sharing is valuable. And then my private messages are more of that forming process. So I always share the Dare to Dream link now. Have you looked at that yet? Okay. It's intimidating as I'll be. Like I would be flat out honest with you. I was scared out of my living mind to share that video, to share that link. I don't know why. I like got it all up in my head. And it happened to be the first person that I shared actually was like, yeah, like I would love to check that out. I was like, wait, what? People actually want to see this? Like I was completely blown away. And so from there on, I was like, okay, you know what? I got to get out of my own head. So I hope that helps. Okay. Who's up next? Great questions so far tonight, guys. Keep them coming. Don't make me call on somebody. Emily, I feel like I keep seeing you looking down at a paper or something, like you're a little nervous over there. I'm going to unmute you and put you on spot. All right. Tell me what's on your mind.
I guess I just have a list of things to review, but I haven't had time.
That's okay.
And I lost the paper that you told me of the next book I should read, so I've been like looking through everything trying to find it, and I couldn't find it. Do you remember what book you told me to read?
You're reading the GoPro right now, right?
Yeah, the one you told me to read next. I don't
That
remember.
the Compound Effect.
The Compound Effect?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When I was going through the coach office, I saw where it said there's one new coach in my organization.
Whoop, whoop.
No, but I don't know why. I don't know. Is that for the team, or I'm just still confused?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is why it's so vital for your business to hit emerald status out the gate, because when you hit emerald, so like we talked about, like get a coach on either side.
That's what I thought, but
When you hit that moment, you'll start
Mhm.
to be able to earn off the team, which means you'll get volume points, which will turn into cycle bonuses. That is going to start making more sense the more you just have experience within it, rather than just like worrying so much about what everything means. I see Kate over there. She's like, yes, like this can get confusing really quick.
Yeah, I'm only on day 7 with the training. I did day 6. I just have to go back and write everything in there because, you know, I did talk to a guy or whatever about trying to join, but he said he'd think about it. So I don't know.
Awesome.
And then the leadership ladder, I guess I still need to go back and read on that some more. I don't know. I guess I didn't really understand it.
Okay. That's okay. That the leadership ladder is you're going to take your first step. And what I'm probably going to do is, based on what y'all are sharing with me, I'm actually going to start writing notes. Cause like, for example, leadership ladder, it can almost seem confusing. So I'll put together, I'll go live or something tomorrow or some point this week and share with you guys like a little bit of a breakdown of that. Cause sometimes we can kind of look at it and it goes over our head. So I'll do my best to kind of share that in more detail, but that'll take a little longer than like a 2-minute answer probably.
Yeah,
so.
when I went back to write down my notes again, I was like, what's leadership ladder again? I think it didn't really stay with me.
Awesome. Okay. Not a problem at all. You're taking in a lot right now, so don't be too hard on yourself.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you can think of?
Oh, me? No, that's the only thing I can find. I was going through all my notes here. But yeah, I did what you said. I had a page and I changed it to a group. So then I tried to delete the page, so it's supposed to be deleted in like 14 days. And then I did go on Instagram and invited some people to my free group, and I had one person join that I don't know. Of course, I have a few people in there that I do know, but only one person that I don't. So I'm going to try to apply what you're talking about today, and try to get more people to join.
Okay. And that's perfect. And no, too, like, let me just kind of give you guys like a big picture mindset here. This is definitely not to scare you, because this scared the living crap out of me when I first thought about this. And now that I'm here, I'm like, holy crap, I made this way harder on myself 2-3 months ago. And then in the last 4 years of coaching. So when it comes to me adding people, like I literally, because I'm adding 50 people now, I started adding that because it's like what I shared earlier today with the Dare to Dream call, is that this is a 50-50 combo. This is 100% a relationship business as much as it is a numbers business. Okay. So like obviously the more numbers, the more people we reach out to, the higher our odds of success are going to be. Right. So just kind of think about that like, I really want you guys to challenge yourself to really start thinking about like, okay, you know what? If I'm only hitting a certain, sorry, I keep having to, I don't know what you're doing, Savannah, but for some reason your line keeps getting unmuted. Forgive me, where was I going? Lost my train of thought there for a second. The heck was I saying?
Am I still unmuted? Oh, maybe you're saying quality versus quantity. You're talking about
yes. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
50 of relationship building and numbers. And so, like for me, whenever I'm adding people, like you have no idea how many I get blocked all the time. Like literally out of the 50 people, I probably get blocked, I don't know, 10 times out of the 50. And honestly, that used to derail my focus. That used to make me think I was crazy. What the heck was I doing? These people just think I'm insane. All the fears, all the concerns, all the doubts, all the who am I to be doing this would creep into my head, and I would just stop and I wouldn't work for the day because that would just get into my head too much. now why I say so much about having a mission statement and a vision statement for your life. And guys, this mission statement is just that. It's for your life. This is not just for your business. Like, this will fuel you every single day to find consistency and to find a passion in doing this, because I actually do this now, like with excitement. Like the inviting thing for me, like I'm actually starting to do it before my workout, which is insane, because I actually realized that, like, oh my gosh, if I actually knock this out, it's going to make the rest of my day amazing. So when I do this, like getting those blocks, I'm like, I actually get excited now, because I'm like, thank God they blocked me, because now I don't have to worry about we don't have to waste each other's time. Like it's a game winner for both of us. So you have to transition your mind to look at it that way. But with that said, out of the 50, I probably get like a solid, like today even, I literally ended up, my goal is 15 new conversations a day, which new conversations mean immediate free group invites. That's 7, 14. I got like 21 invites today, which is my biggest day I've had yet. But it's because I increased my odds. And so I went from 25 friend requests to 50. So my opportunity for adding people to this group increased. So obviously the more you do that, because it's going to keep trickling, right? So like start off with 50 a day. Obviously that's a good amount in a week. From there, you're going to look at the amount of 50 are actually going to either or accept your friend request. From that point to, are they going to respond to your free group invite? Are they going to respond to your follow-up if they don't respond to your first message? Are they going to end up in your free group? Are they going to respond to the message that you say, what goals can I help you with? Like there's those stages. And so the higher I build up my numbers, the more, and you know, I'm able to actually like see. So like, let me give you an example too. Today, I had somebody that I friended literally around lunchtime. I messaged them I messaged them the free group invite around lunchtime. They got back to me immediately, but I hadn't gotten back to the message yet, saying, yeah, I would love to. Well, by 8 o'clock tonight, this girl literally was like, oh my gosh, I need whatever meal plan and routine you're doing. And I hadn't even asked her what goals she wanted yet. Like that's actually like one of the first times that's happened. But I was kind of like getting them through like a burnout stage. And then that happened. I was like, yes, this is why you have to keep pushing. And now I have a phone call set up with a stranger on a Friday in the afternoon to talk with her about her health and fitness goals. And what happened is what I posted about my progress today, about how I'm 16 weeks pregnant and she's wanting to start trying with her and her husband. And so that clicked with her. So again, that's why it's so important that like when we're posting, we're sharing our intentionality behind our mission and like the niche of who you're looking for, because those people are going to start sticking out to you more and more. So that's a long-winded answer to your question, but did that help you? Emily?
Me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I invited like 5 people today, and then so I had 1 like out of 5. So I thought that was pretty good.
That's awesome.
I looked at their pictures on Instagram, and I kind of tried to study whether I thought they were in a group or if I thought they had training at all or were in Beachbody already. And so people that I didn't think that they were, and they were already kind of putting pictures of themselves out there, I thought they would probably be more comfortable in the challenge group. So, so I sent a private message saying, you know, that I was inspired by their picture and that I think we could help inspire other people together in our challenge group. And I don't know, so I did that before I saw your meeting. So I was kind of just, you know, trying something out, but, absolutely. And I just sent a link to the, invite. So
perfect. And that's what you're going to do. I mean, this is going to be like a fail forward moment. This is going to be trial and error, figuring out what works best for you. Because another thing too, guys, is like, I've actually just gained Shelly, who is in our group now. If you've not seen her yet, she got added to the free group like a week ago, and she saw, because I share Team Beachbody blog recipes in there, she noticed that was Beachbody, and she actually has been doing Beachbody workouts, but has been struggling from the nutrition side, and she's never had a coach. And so that sparked instant conversation about, well, like, heck yeah. So all she had to do was fill out a form to transfer over to me as her coach. And now here she is. So like, these are the kind of things that happen when you are just inviting away. Like you find things that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So So yeah, keep plugging away and finding new ways, because I guarantee you'll find ways that I'm not doing that work, and that can also be a, you know, incentive to add to the team and say like, hey, this is working. So that's awesome.
I don't think I have any more
Okay.
questions right now.
Sure, no problem. All right, so I know you may not have questions, but I still got to call you out. Kristen Pierce is on the call.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, girlfriend?
Can you hear my TV in the background? Others
We're watching the English.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, I'm here for support.
You're awesome. I love you. So based on everything you're hearing, what do you think? Any feedback?
Y'all are doing awesome. That's cool about the girl that was already doing the workouts.
Yeah.
That I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You need to start recruiting all your peeps from your gym, girlfriend. Like, I keep just kind of like leaving the conversation at a dead end because I'm like, nope, Kristen's going to take care of this one day.
I talked to Leslie this morning actually about it. She just ranted on about you and how like awesome you do and how you're posting all your videos. I'm like, yep, very much. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd get in trouble for like recruiting people. I'll leave that alone. Yeah.
If it's nutrition based, then you won't.
Yeah, if somebody ever asks me what kind of shakes I drink or anything like that, I'm more than happy to do it.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, like, this is the kind of thing too where like with gyms, from obviously because I teach classes too, like I'll tell people like if you're looking for stuff outside of the gym, like I never want you leaving this gym. If you love this, awesome, because I love it too. But if you need something outside of it, like, you know, some people do go to classes every single day, but for those that don't, it's an awesome way of, just like where, you know, you've even seen that added value where like if you're not at the gym or teaching yoga or whatever, that you have some Shaun T to light up your life. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here. All right, so we've got exactly 8.5 minutes left, so let's fuel the questions. There got to be more somewhere.
For how long it has to be a challenge group run to? Like it can be for 20 days or like the one I did, 21 day, or how long it can be?
That's a great question, and it's whatever you see fit. There's a lot of successful coaches that will do 21-day challenges, and they refresh every 21 days. And at the end of their 21-day challenge, they'll add a link to their new group and say, anyone that wants to continue this can click on this link here to join into the next month's challenge. There's ones that'll do like a particular program. So if there's like a 60-day program, they'll say, hey, we're going to do this challenge for 60 days and, you know, write it out for 60 days. It's just like how because I know that you were looking at the challenge group guides in the online office. So every challenge group guide is based on a particular program, right? So each program, depending on how the length of time, you can go that route. Because you could always like share like a public post and say, just hypothetically speaking, you were going to go do Shaun T's T25 and say, hey guys, there's this program that's only 25 minutes a day. And I've seen so many people that get great results of it. I'm so excited to do this, but it's all about accountability. Who wants to join me on this fun ride and root each other on as we continue and go, right? And from that, and you can even share a picture of your transformation already so that it catches their attention, because homegirl, you're doing amazing. And so it's, you know, those things right there are going to add. Now, I want to just point out two things really quick, because I know sometimes we can miss this factor. If you noticed, when I just shared with you an example, I never talked about the program. I never talked about Shakeology. The only thing I mentioned was I did something for 25 minutes that kicked my butt from home, and we get to run this group together and root each other on together, because people don't know what T25 is. Most people don't anyways. They don't even know what the heck a challenge group means. They know accountability, but when you say challenge group, they're like, wait, what? And so there's like a disconnect there, right? So when you just share the emotion behind what it is you're doing, like I know we talked about earlier today, Melissa, we're like, I'm a mom and I'm at home. I don't have time to go to the gyms, but I'm here and I want to still be, you know, true to my health and fitness so that I can be a better mother and a better wife. then you can apply those things to really reaching the people that you're looking for in the market that you're seeking. So and you can even do an ongoing, like you see me doing. Like it's very much a trial and error of finding what it is that works for you. It's just the best step is this is like my motto for at least this week. We got it from our message at church last weekend. Your movement initiates the miracle. So does that help answer your question? Yeah? Okay, perfect. All right, we got 5 minutes. Hopefully time for at least 2 more questions. Anybody? Come on, don't waste it.
Is your initial messaging into a free group different for people that you already know versus people that you've just added and don't already have a relationship with? Like if you're going through your list of people that you're already Facebook friends with and you don't really have a good reason to reach out to them versus like, you're a brand new person. Thank you for accepting my friend request, by the way.
Okay, so you basically are asking what would be the difference between my message of someone I do already know and someone I do not know at all, right? Okay, so if
someone that you know but you're not regularly in contact with, like just a random person from your friend list.
Yeah, then that's where the niche comes in. If I see somebody that's in a relationship or that has a picture of their kids, whatever, I don't care. Like I'll just find something to say like, hey, I just came across a photo on my newsfeed or something like, I just started a free group, and then I go into my message. This is like literally zero small talk. I'm getting straight to the point of why I'm messaging them, because that is what makes this so unawkward. Is I'm here. My intention is to help add value to your life from a health and fitness standpoint. That's what I want to do for you. And if that's not what you're looking for, okay, we're still friends and we get to move on. So versus if it's somebody I've never met, it's, hey, we've got a few mutual friends in common, came across you and thought it would be nice to be connected. Literally, because that's exactly where my heart's at, is like, I don't know you, but we got some mutual friends. Let's be connected if you want to be. So, and that tends to break the ice pretty well for me, from my standpoint anyway. So does that help? Yeah. Okay. It really is, guys, so much about just like doing it, because you'll find like, it is insane to me how many people that are strangers too. I don't focus a whole lot, and it's probably because I've been doing this for a little bit now, but I'm more focused on just like whoever engages in my posts, I'll share it with. I'm not going through my friend list at this point. Now, if you haven't reached through those people, then go for it. But you're going to find very quickly in network marketing, a lot what GoPro with Eric Worre talks about is that you've got to build your network. Without building your network, you're going to stay like at this flat line and you're never going to grow, which is why you hear me so much talk about adding so many people to my friend list every day, because I know that those are going to be the people that I don't have relationships with, that I can immediately connect with intentionality. So 2 minutes. We have time for one more question if anybody has one. Emily, were you reaching for the unmute button? Has this been helpful so far? Thumbs up for this has been helpful? Yeah? Okay. We need to make this month strong, guys, and the only way we're going to do it, dun, 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 our win the week. All right? This is like gold. Yes. Now, the one thing I wanted to share, I've got 2 minutes left. I actually added an extra bubble above the 70 new conversations for, I said 7 bubbles for friend requests. So whatever your goal may be, but I think that this is something that is definitely left out here, is just being intentional with how many friend requests that you add to your list, because that's going to make a huge difference to those 70 new conversations. It's very hard if you only have like 500 or less people that you're friends with. Even if you have 1,000, well, a lot of times it still makes it hard to build up to that 70 new conversation. So for me, I would add that, because that actually helped me out today. As I got started today, I just added that for this week. So hopefully that'll help. And then on the very bottom where it says to do, I actually wrote out, I know it's really, really hard to see. It's like really blurry, but I wrote out my goals. So like the same goals that we shared last week before we got started, share that. I'm running out of time, so I don't want to get cut off, but you guys did absolutely amazing tonight. Way to show up and ask questions. That is what a leadership mentality is all about. So let's kick out this month strong. Any of these questions that you continue to have, add them in the group. Let's build and grow together. All right, guys? Thumbs up? Yeah? Woohoo! Let's grow this family, guys. Have a great night. Mwah.